Caution at halfway.
He'll have them buried, and then it won't matter what caution they get. They won't be able to make up what he gains on them.
Bobby Hamilton started the race, the third lap, his fastest lap. So when he comes in, into the wall in turn 3,
it's Rick Crawford right there.
Golly.
The whole front end off of that, number 14.
You'll see Tina Gordon get sideways exiting the corner. Does a nice job of not spinning out, but just can't ever control the truck, Phil.
Never can catch up to it. Now she's got the brakes locked up to try to stop that truck, but she stops in the middle of the racetrack. There comes Rick Crawford right behind Dennis Setzer in the 46 truck. Could not see her, never saw her. Clipped her, turned her in front of Hank Parker Jr., who made severe contact on the inside, and it kind of slid down to the inside wall.
And Hank would have missed her had Rick not hit her, but Rick hit her, bounced her over in front of Hank, and then Hank just took a terrible shot head on right into the left front corner of Tina's truck. You can see it there. Ooh.
Whoa, and you could hear it too.
See, Rick couldn't see. Rick was right behind another truck. He peeked out behind the other truck to see what was going on. Boom, there's that Tina.
That's Dennis Setzer, the black truck. He gets by, and then Rick comes along. He was just peeking out to take a look and made some hard contact. And that turned her towards the inside of the racetrack where Hank Jr. was, and he made some hard contact.
Nice.
Take a look at what happens to Rick Crawford.
Whoa, he hit the outside wall there. Gosh, his throttles hung because by the time he got into the infield, his tires were still spinning. So right now, I think his throttles completely hung, and he's certainly dazed, if not knocked out, Michael.
It's just you're going so fast. I mean, he wrecked over there in the middle of the back straightaway. He's clobbered the wall since then, and just now comes to a stop on the front straightaway. That's how bad the wreck was.
The red flag has just come out. Dennis.
It is.
NASCAR was looking at debris, and sure enough, and Joey Clanton has problems, gets into the wall.
Oh, wow, turn one. I told you he was having trouble keeping that.
That is huge for Bobby Hamilton, Michael. That is the break he needed.
Oh, wow, look who's right behind him.
Ken pulled up behind him, took a little air off his spoiler, and around Wayne Wynn. He did a great job keeping it out of the inside wall here. He got going straight again, but Schrader had an eyeful of that, didn't he?
We got to ask Schrader what happened.
Let's take a look at what Ken Schrader saw.
And let's see if what he says happened is consistent with what did happen.
This isn't fair. Here's off the throttle.
Whoa. That had to just surprise the heck out of Kenny. It looked like that cat was just riding along, minding his own business. Schrader, I got to know what.
Bobby Hamilton on the high side.
He cleared him.
Mike Skinner takes the lead from Bobby Hamilton. I can't.
Oh, problems with Steve Park sliding down the infield.
Ball, Steve. Put it in the
Pull me out. No caution yet. Caution's out. Wave them off.
Mike Skinner has the lead
On the track.
He and Steve got together there. You see Robert's going to make contact there at the outside wall. Steve, I don't think made any contact. Got her straightened back out and kept going. But tough break for Robert Huffman, doing a terrific job here running in the top 10 in his Toyota.
Have to try to figure out what happens here.
Take a look at that again.
Oh,
yeah.
Robert got in the wall, bounced off, and Steve wasn't, just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Nothing Park could do there.
2 races in a row now for Steve Park. Nothing he could do, just got moved out of the way.
Well, he'll be fine on this one, though. He didn't receive much damage. He'll be able to race into the top 10, I think. He's got a pretty strong truck. He's done a good job all day long. He just was a victim of circumstances there. Robert lost the front end on that truck and slid into the outside wall, bounced off, and caught Steve.
Let's look again at how caution number 4 has come out.
Okay, as you mentioned, just lost the front end coming off the corner there. That's where these guys are most vulnerable to lose the front end off the corner, and made contact and bounced off the wall into Steve. Tough break.
Can we go to break?
Let's just say a record crowd for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Let's check out what this rookie does in third place. See if he can stir things up, and he's got a good start right behind Hamilton.
Green-white checkered. We've got Mike Skinner in the 42 out in front. Bobby Hamilton in the Squarty Dodge number 4 sitting second. David Rudiman, the rookie, the 17 of David Rudiman in third. Travis Kvapil in the 24 is fourth. And fifth is Matt Crafton. A great run for him in that Chevrolet.
Never had a top 5 finish before. Matt Crafton could be his first of his career.
He's got Shane Mill breathing right down his neck. Bobby Hamilton has dropped the ball. Oh, Skinner's pushing all 4. His truck's pushing somewhat.
They go by the start-finish line. The white flag flies. 1.54 miles to go for Mike Skinner.
I don't blame you, Rick. I don't know their names either right now. I'm a nervous wreck. These guys are going after it. Look at Hamilton to the top of the track. Can he get there?
Had some momentum.
Down the backstretch they go. Mike Skinner out in front of Bobby Hamilton. Mike Skinner trying to block. Bobby Hamilton made his passes on the high side, and here he goes to the top.
Side by side for the lead.
Dodge, and Mike Skinner coming at him. Turn number 4, side by side. Here they come there. Quad oval. It's Bobby Hamilton, Mike Skinner, and Bobby Hamilton will win the Easy Care 200.
Oh, what a finish.
What a job by Mike Skinner. Comes across sideways, still finishes second, and stays out of the wall.
Unbelievable finish.
A great day for Bobby.
Mike Skinner moving up. Bobby Hamilton says, no, I'm moving down. Mike Skinner gets loose. Bobby Hamilton continues across the checkered stripe at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We'll take another look at the unbelievable finish. Mike Skinner, he came across the line second sideways.
Completely sideways. You see the contact there. Mike goes around. He stays in the throttle to keep that truck from backing up into the outside wall. That's experience for you.
David Rudiman in the NTN Bearing 17. A phenomenal finish. Finishes third. It's Bobby Hamilton winning the Easy Care 200.
I wish my car was shaped like a truck. That looks fun.
Right, but this is why he's unstrapping his belts.
Check it out.
Right on the bottom. You saw the sparks right there, right on the bottom of the racetrack. He definitely had a tire go down, as you mentioned. It looked like the right front tire. As you see the side-by-side battle for the lead as they come off turn number 4. But I think Mike knew he had some sort of a problem because they were 3 wide coming off 2 this very lap, and he'd already backed up to about 4 or 5.
Comes into play here. Will we see a 2-tire pit stop? Can you do that this late in this race?
Not now. They've been green too long, Rick. They've used their tires up. Oh, we got to spin Kelly Sutton around the bottom of the racetrack. She's going to get away without hitting anything.
Sure enough, she stays away from the wall.
That's not what Kelly needed, obviously, but that's what this race needed. We're going to see some crazy stuff happen here.
Pit stop.
Phil.
Whoa.
The 14 just sucked her air right off of her.
Just drove around the outside, just pulled the back end of her truck around. There's probably where she made a little contact with the inside wall, as we heard her say. But what close call for Rick Crawford.
That's how aerodynamically sensitive these vehicles are. He just was driving around her. She was doing a great job, just bumped into the wall. She was doing a great job staying down like she should, and all of a sudden she's looking in the infield.
And Rick never touched her. He just drove around her in the air off of Rick Crawford's truck, pulled it back.
We've seen him pass for a win here as well. He knows what he's doing.
And they're side-by-side for third. Dennis Setzer on the inside. We're hearing caution flag. Rick Crawford.
Rick Crawford in number 14. Sparks flying, and so the caution is going to fly, and it does fly prior to the white flag coming out. Okay, let's take a look at why this caution took place.
It'll be an incredibly hard hit. Right middle of your screen, the right front tire goes down. Makes extremely hard contact with the outside wall. Michael, fortunately, we have softer walls here. I'd have hated to see that contact with a hard wall.
Last year, after going a lap down with engine problems, he went a lap down tonight. He could do it again.
Bobby Hamilton almost laying back as the green flag flies.
Bobby spun the wheels there. As soon as he jumped in the throttle, he spun the wheels. That's going to allow Bobby Labonte to pull away by about 8 or 10 truck lengths.
But he is right on the back of Hornaday. We could see a pass for the lead here at the end, just like we did a year ago. Look at the tremendous run. Bobby Labonte's getting off turn 2, driving right up on the back deck lid of that truck.
Drives around the outside.
Ron Hornaday on the inside. Bobby Labonte coming up behind him as they go across the start-finish line. The white flag flies. 1 lap of racing to go.
It's a tailgate. He stays up on the back tailgate. And they're racing to turn 1 that way.
Bobby staying on the outside. He knows Ron. Look at him. He's pulling up beside him, it looks like.
Ron Hornaday on the inside as they go down the backstretch. Here comes Bobby Labonte on the high side. It's Bobby Labonte trying to get by Ron Hornaday as they go to 3 and 4.
Ron drives it down in the corner.
As they work their way through 3 and 4, they're side by side coming out of turn number 4 on the high side. Bobby Labonte, they hit again. It's Bobby Labonte and Ron Hornaday. Ron Hornaday goes across the start-finish line just inches in front of Bobby Labonte.
How could this race have been better than last year? And I think it was.
I can't believe it.
I think we got it. I think we got it.
Oh, we got a crash on the front straightaway.
I think you got it, Hornaday, by about 6 inches.
He said 6 inches.
Thanks for the pit stop.
In the Craftsman Truck Series.
Last time Hornaday was in victory lane was back in '98. Mesa Marin, and you look at how close that finish was for this, only the third race of the season for the NASCAR Craftsman on the bottom.
Now look at that mess. I told you, look at them. They're everywhere.
Looks just like restrictor plate racing at Daytona or Talladega.
Wow. The start-finish line, it only took 5 miles.
That's Steve Park.
Steve Park gets spun around. Oh, back up into the wall he goes.
Wow, that was a tough blow. Hope Steve's okay.
Mike Bliss, the 16 truck. Express Motorsports, you see some fire under the hood.
That should extinguish itself, Phil. And you can see Steve is going to be okay. Both of the guys.
Yeah, both of them have the window nets down. Mike's already getting out of the truck. Steve's moving around, getting out. Now look at it. See, Steve's on the inside. They're right inside of 10 feet. Oh. They make just a little bit of contact there, and it spins him around. Unfortunately, he's not able to stop the truck before he moves back up the racetrack. Then, as you mentioned, a hard hit from the 16 of Mike Bliss.
Looks like they're going to stop the race, guys.
A lot of you see all the debris flying around the racetrack. There's another view. Look on the inside. Blue and white truck number 67 Steve just got a bit of a tap, just enough to turn his front end left towards the inside wall, and hard contact.
And he had to know that was going to hurt, Phil. He slid for a long way knowing that nothing good was going to come of it. You can see him getting on the inside of Fedewa, and Fedewa just adjusting his line just enough to mess Steve up. I mean, Tim he didn't even know Steve was there. He made a small adjustment in his line. Steve had to react to that. Boom. Gets into the side of him and wrecks.
Yeah, it wasn't a situation. Here comes the impact.
Watch.
You can watch slow motion.
God.
Wow, look at the 16 and truck buckle. Look at the damage to the left front corner of that 67 truck of Steve's.
Violent. Thank the Lord for the safer barriers.
Pretty hard hit by the 07 of Eric Norris. Obviously, the 16 of Mike Bliss, the 07 of Eric Norris, had absolutely nowhere to go. Steve Park came along and slid back up the racetrack right in front of them. Steve had no control at that point either.
Well, let's see what Rudeman saw from his truck. This is going to be a dramatic picture of what happens. You can see Steve just up ahead there, getting sideways. David just gasses it up. Do you hear him, Phil? Shot through that hole, and good thing he did. It closed up behind him.
Yeah, as soon as he got by, then he backed back off the throttle because he knew it wasn't going to be pretty.
Riding along with the Spears.
They're right there. Stay in front of you. Stay high, outside.
Oh, stay high. That's a driver just listening to all the information that's available to him.
Long into turn number 1.
Watch this impact, Phil.
You saw the front brakes on the 16 truck of Mike Bliss locked up because he knew that Steve was coming across the racetrack, but all he could do was hit the brakes. There's no way to avoid that. He couldn't slow down any more to avoid Steve.
The pole was set today by Mike Skinner at just over 182 miles an hour. That's how fast they're going around this 1.5 miles.
Is that he has a chattering right front tire. He feels a pretty good vibration in that truck. They're just waiting to see what all the other crews are going to do on pit road before
there
they
it goes. It blew out, Wendy.
The right front tire just gave way for Ted Musgrave, and so problems with that truck, and that means the caution will come out.
Or Wendy said that to patch that truck up, see if his toe's not too far out. Another look at it right here as you see Jack Sprague, the 60 truck, go underneath him. Pretty significant contact, though, Michael, even though it's a softer wall.
And we heard Gene Need, his crew chief, say, all right, guys, survey the damage. They are running for a championship. They are the points leader, 54 points over Dennis Setzer. They've got to get this truck back out onto the track for points purposes today.
They're not going to allow.
You just heard Todd Bodine say how bad the vibration is, but Mike Hillman Jr. is saying 10 more laps. We're going to stick
there it goes.
A little too late.
Okay, clear to come down. Come down quick. Come on down. We just got the outside wall, Mike.
They didn't learn from Ted Musgrave. They did not learn from Ted Musgrave.
Uh-oh, Skinner's on pit road.
He may just pass through right now to try to stay on the same lap.
Yeah, the leader's off turn 4, and Skinner beat turn 2 laps. He knows something's going wrong. Watch this tire blow out as he gets into the corner.
He reported the vibration a couple laps ago, and we heard Wendy say there's crew chief Mike Hillman Jr. said stay out 10 more laps. It wasn't going to happen. He wasn't going to make it 10 more laps. He didn't make it 10 more feet.
And Todd knew it, too. He said, open. Some of these guys having to feather the accelerator as they come by the start-finish line. 1 lap of racing to go. Jack Sprague just in front of Johnny Benson, and Kyle Busch has moved to 3rd.
He needs to get one on this corner, and then he needs to get our leader Jack Sprague the next corner. I think he's going to do it.
On the bottom of the racetrack, Kyle Busch able to hug the white line as he goes through 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, Jack Sprague will try to block. Can he block Kyle Busch? Kyle Busch looks high. They go through 3 and 4. Here comes Jack Sprague up high, and here comes Johnny Benson. Benson's going to slide out of 4. Sprague's going to slide out of 4, and Kyle Busch is going to win this race.
What kind of finishes can we have here?
Bobby Labonte got hit hard by the 50 truck.
And then the 75 came along, but what amazing finishes we've had here at Atlanta.
Almost coming out of 4. They were 4 wide. Johnny Benson got loose. He started to spin. Jack Sprague got loose. He started to spin. Kyle Busch drives right by. We see Bobby Labonte climbing out of that 47. A very good have Kyle Busch up on top. Here we see the race. Jack Sprague getting sideways. Johnny Benson getting sideways. Bobby Labonte involved in it. Todd Bodine comes through unscathed. Kyle Busch, Todd Bodine come across from first and second.
Kyle hit the wall. He hit the wall trying to get by Jack Sprague. Jack moved up the racetrack. Kyle Busch wins this race on a tremendous drive over the last 2 laps. Let's take a look at it again. Watch. He's going to hit the wall, trying to give Jack Sprague some room. Bobby Labonte makes contact with Jack Sprague. Johnny goes through the infield. Here comes Todd on the racetrack. Todd finishes. I'm not sure because the start-finish line goes all the way from the outside wall to the inside wall. So Johnny crosses
that in, Michael.
Thought he could have worked that out.
Let's take a look at the finish of this race. Again, Jack Sprague in the number 60 on the inside. Kyle Busch in the number 50 going on the high side. This is through 3 and 4.
This is a situation where Jack Sprague's watching the mirror. He wants to go where Kyle wants to go. He wants to block him. Unfortunately, lost control of his truck, slid up into Kyle, pushed Kyle in the wall, but Kyle, as he said, never let off the throttle, drove it to the start-finish line to get the victory.
We saw the 50 of Todd Cleaver getting into the 47 of Bobby Labonte. Bobby Labonte limping when he got out of his truck. Well, that 50 of Todd Cleaver, it went wrong.
He's just wandering up the hill a little bit. A lot.
Then they made a little contact. That's really what looks like it got Jack sideways. Then he makes contact with Bobby Labonte. Bobby makes some pretty hard contact with the outside wall. And then here comes a real shot. You see Todd Cleaver, the 50 truck, the white truck, makes awfully hard contact right in the door of Bobby Labonte. Here comes David Starr. He makes some contact with the front of the 47 of Bobby Labonte.
A lot of trucks involved in this accident. That's why the finish is still unofficial.
I'm seeing Bobby Hamilton coming through here in 7th or 8th. Is this Bobby Hamilton sliding? See if we can look over here in the grass. There goes Johnny
through the grass.
There's somewhere along in here Bobby Hamilton comes through.
There's the start-finish line right there. Here comes Joey Miller, Ricky Craven. There's David Starr, hard contact with the 47 of Bobby Labonte.
I bet you Bobby Labonte was saying, would y'all quit it? There's a wall, and
that wreck just continued. There you see Todd's tire.
There's Bobby Hamilton right there.
That's where
look at
Todd
that tire.
Cleaver's feet are supposed to be.
Look how far towards the firewall that tire.
The results will definitely change. They've got Bobby Hamilton down right now in the 17th spot because he came through in the grass. But he actually finished probably about 8th or 9th, maybe even 7th.
And NASCAR will review the tape here. They have a camera right at the start-finish line on the inside of the racetrack, inside the pit wall, and they will be able to look all the way across to the outside wall, and they'll be able to determine who came across when.
Hamilton's probably going to be about 7th or 8th.
Let's ride along. This is Bobby Labonte in the 47.
Hold your line, low, straight ahead.
There's a wall.
Now listen.
I tell you, just about knocks the wind out of you just listening to that.
Me and you especially.
Yeah.
We've felt that. We've felt that pain before.
Here comes David Starr.
Keep coming, stay low, stay low, stay low, stay low, stay low, stay low. Keep coming, stay low.
Oh, nowhere to go.
Yeah, he wanted to stay low, but it looked like the 38 of Brandon Witt was right beside him, so David didn't have a whole lot of choice. He wanted to get to the start-finish line. Unfortunately, he caught up.
The guy they're not keeping up with, though, is Mark Martin as he continues to put trucks a lap down in front of the wall.
Scott
Lagasse in that 04 looked as though he cut a tire, had sparks coming out as he could.
If he slid that far enough, it could have worn the rubber off of that thing, caused him a problem later on.
Defensive driving for Mike Skinner coming off pit road. Scott Lagasse Jr., the reason why we're under caution number 1 in Atlanta.
nemesis.
Oh, crash.
They had to stop for tearaway, so we have a crash on the track. Back up to the booth.
Problems in turn number 4. That's Joey Miller, the number 12, getting spun around into the wall.
Caught a glimpse of Mike Skinner, the 5 truck right by. A lot of damage on the 5 truck of Mike Skinner. You see that right there. There's Mike Skinner, the 5 Toyota.
Oh, he's on fire. He needs to get in the grass. You can see Miller sideways. Watch him overcorrect it, Phil. Thing hooks back on him, gets it hard into the outside wall. Here comes Mike. He sees the 04 slowing down, but he just can't avoid him.
Yeah, you could see the smoke, tire smoke from the 04. He was slowing down so fast, he'd locked the brakes up. So,
But keep your eye on the number 23 of Johnny Benson. Oh, and we've got problems. The 1 of Robert Richardson gets spun around.
Oh, no, don't come up the hill. There you go.
Now he stops before he gets back on the racetrack. And so our 3rd caution of the night comes out.
Now they're definitely going to pit now, Phil.
And they'll be able to make it.
Yeah, but
Robert Richardson, you see him, he was right on the bottom of the racetrack, just lost the back end.
catches that inside wall there, right?
Just a little bit of contact, but then held it, kept it from going back out on the racetrack.
Right along with Erin Crocker and her Betty Crocker Cheerios Dodge to the inside. Robert
You're clear.
Richardson.
You're clear.
Crocker just got loose, it looked like. And that will enable Chad Chapin to catch the Aaron's lucky dog another time. So
Martin had to check up because Todd Woodine was able to
we
get
got a
by
spin.
him. Problems coming out of turn number 4, the smoke rolling. That is the 4 of Timothy Peters getting spun around. Fire coming out of the cowl of that truck.
That's going to set up, more than likely, a green-white checkered.
This is huge.
Todd Bodine says, I got a hole in the middle, I'm going for it.
But the air off the 25 truck shot Todd up into the 4 truck.
Look how sideways he is right there.
And I bet you his foot never came off the floor. That's huge.
One of the things, we saw Todd Bodine get a little bit loose, but Mark Martin got loose, had to chase his truck up, and he made contact with the 25.
Watch this again, this other angle here. See the 25. He doesn't know which way to go here. He moves.
Racing. This is racing. I'm going to go on the outside. I'm going to go wherever they're not. Chase Miller's going to go into the wall.
He's hitting the wall. He's rubbing all the way along the wall up there. I was just getting ready to say that's something that Bobby Hamilton normally
Doesn't know limits. He's got to find out where they are. He just found them.
He found that one over in that end of the race.
That's right. Oh, and now
Martin spinning as they go down on the backstretch into the wall. Mark Martin, heavy damage to that Scott's number 6
Oh, no.
back into the line of traffic.
We saw that turn out with disastrous like he is there, and he had to just turn it to keep it off of Brudeman, and around it went.
That's exactly what happened. We've seen that happen so many times. The truck on the bottom of the racetrack loses air off that spoiler. As you mentioned, he got loose. He tried to chase it. He tried to keep it off David Rudeman.
Oh.
And when he did, unfortunately, when he turned it left, it turned on him. Watch this now.
It just loses grip, and he went up to David, and it ripped all the air off his rear spoiler, and around that thing went. I'm just so thankful nobody got into him when he went back up in the racetrack.
Some pretty heads-up driving by these people. They went by him on the outside. They didn't panic and lock the brakes up and maybe spin. Watch them go by there. And these cats are probably running 150 miles an hour by this time because they've already slowed down because they knew that Mark was having trouble.
Man, he didn't need a whole lot more room not to have that wreck, but tore his truck up. It's over for him today, Phil.
First caution has come out at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We've only completed 3 laps of racing.
For the conventional setup, Phil, and you see what that feels like, and then you're liable to put a coil bind setup in the front, which means you're
Oh, troubles. The 24, A.J. Allmendinger, once the leader of this race. He gets into the 46, Nemechek. And so Allmendinger, Nemechek, a lot of damage to those trucks.
You can hear A.J. Allmendinger tell his crew he's sorry.
All right.
Looked like he just got sideways there when the 46 of Joe Nemechek. The 24 on the bottom of the racetrack. Johnny goes to the high side. That's going to take air off his spoiler, Michael.
Oh, wow. Just like Mark Martin. You know, it's just slippery over there right now. Skinner almost did the same thing.
Johnny Benson taking the lead, going by A.J. Allmendinger.
That's big for Johnny, too. That's 5 bonus points.
This is
Look
going
at
to
this
be
at speed.
scary at speed. Where do those guys go behind them? They just know to go low.
You see all the smoke back there. Those trucks right behind them couldn't see a thing.
And as A.J. Allmendinger stepping into this deal, leading the race early, He did.
Of Chase Miller. You see him going up into the wall. We saw that early in the race, too. Chase running up on the high line.
There, you see there, the right rear is flat on his truck. It was the other end with his truck.
Fastenal on all three of Bobby Hamilton. Miller lost the right rear, and look at the damage as he got into the wall.
He shredded that right rear tire on that Fastenal Dodge. Had a great run going. It's the second flat tire of the afternoon. So he's already lost that right rear tire.
And he's just saying, please don't hit anything, please. Watch this, Phil.
Oh, ooh, makes a little bit of contact with the inside wall, but got the truck down off the racetrack. Did a good job getting the truck there. Here it is, another view of him hitting the inside wall.
And that doesn't have the softer wall on it, safer barrier. So that does a lot of damage.
Right along with another Fastenal truck.
Watch when you look up there and see that. Right now, Bobby Jr. doesn't know if he's going to stay low or go high, and that's just a real tense time. You see him going low, but you're thinking, should I go down there? And then, like they say in Days of Thunder, when I get there, he'll be gone? Or should I stay up?
Yeah.
Here comes.
This is 20th place we're looking at, and they're 3 wide back there racing.
Oh, Johnny
problem.
Benson, our point
Johnny
contender.
Benson gets sideways. The caution has come out. So our 5th caution of the day.
Look back at what happened to JB. You see him up on the high side of the racetrack.
Get a drive shaft, guys.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Look,
There's
that is the drive shaft.
That's the drive
As you
shaft.
see it
Just
flying out of the picture there.
Wow. Talk about a horrible break for Johnny Benson.
Nervous. This is a rookie. This kid hadn't done this a whole lot. Let's hope he can hang on to that truck.
Let's give him some extra room when we get down here in the corner. Let's don't go. Who's
Problem right there. That's the 59 of Chad Chaffin in that Goodwill number 59. It's Toyota Tundra this week, and a lot of damage to the right side of that truck.
Yeah, it looks like he may have lost the right front tire. Watch him. He's right in the middle of the racetrack. And
he gets turned.
He gets hooked right there by the 21 of Bobby East, and that's what puts him in the wall. And then that cuts down his right front tire.
Yeah, it looked like the 21 had position on the 59. Didn't really realize the 59 was going to come up, and right there, contact.
3 and 4 wide just in front of Chad Chaffin. He was trying to move up the racetrack. Bobby East was there.
Tough break for Jim Harris's Dodge. Toyota now.
Finish line, 1.54 miles to go. Mike Bliss in front of Terry Cook.
Terry Cook's going to have one shot at him. He should be able to catch him maybe when they enter turn number 3. You got a wide racetrack. He doesn't have to run the same line as Mike Bliss.
Trying to take the momentum through 1 and 2. Out onto the back stretch they go, and here comes Terry Cook right on the back bumper of Mike Bliss.
Where's he going? Where's he going, Michael?
Bliss to the bottom. He's been good there all day. Terry decides to go just a little bit high, but that Bliss truck is so strong on the bottom.
A big lead for Mike Bliss as they come out of turn number 4 and win number 13 for Bliss in Atlanta.
A big lead for Bliss in Atlanta. 2 truck leads. We've never seen that before at the end of a race.
Wow, what a finish. Mike Bliss able to hold off Terry Cook as he charged at the end of the race. Terry Cook with a great finish. Eric Darnell coming home in 3rd.
For Travis Waffle here, Martinsville in Kansas. The bad news is, despite 9 wins here, and we have trouble on the racetrack.
Wow, that was the 50 truck of TJ Bell.
Oh, look at Tyler Walker's truck. A lot of damage to that Toyota. You talked about it.
And he continues on the apron of the racetrack, but as you had mentioned, dropped a bumper bar onto the racetrack, and then
this is a great shot. Look at the chain reaction. They just slow down, slow down, slow down. It's really important, Phil, to just be patient on these starts. You got to give guys some room, especially with the weather like we talked about earlier.
16 of Stacy Compton came, and there were a lot.
they definitely can stand alone.
He definitely made some contact. There he is running up high on the high side of the racetrack. Ooh. Well, that thing didn't really blow out, did it?
I think it probably went to the next corner and blew out.
Yeah.
And it might have blown out. There it goes.
There it was.
Yeah. It might have blown out as a result of him brushing the wall off for getting a fender into the tire. Maybe it wasn't excessive wear.
Exactly.
Maybe he just cut his tire after running into the wall off too.
It may not be fair to blame it on the tire, but he certainly made a little contact early on and then went down maybe the next.
Clint's worked on that truck, Phil. We started this race. He couldn't drive it.
There goes Crafton. He found him a little room on the outside, that 88 truck.
I love that.
Whoa, problems. Chad McCumbee gets into the wall. It looked as though
David Starr was awfully close to that.
Well, you can see that
by the outside of David Starr. David loses control of that truck and makes some contact. Actually cuts the left rear tire down as he wobbled up into him and then put Chad into the outside wall. Tough break for Chad. We talked about him earlier, doing such a great job and just a victim of circumstances here.
Didn't do anything wrong. Just drove around the outside of a cat and expected that cat not to lose control of his truck. And when that happened, he was into the wall.
You could see before he even got into the outside wall, the air had already gone out of that left rear tire. It's amazing how quick these tires go down when you cut one down.
Riding along with Johnny Benson.
See what Johnny thinks.
He's going to get a good view of this right here.
Johnny thinks, please save it, please save it.
In front of you. Get out, get out, get out. Good job, good job.
Rick Crawford, vantage point.
Yeah, he's obviously ahead of that incident. See the caution light comes on. That was his teammate David Starr that was involved in that accident. What a great side-by-side battle for 7th. Dennis Setzer, the 75, Matt Craft in the 88. Caution, Joey Clanton.
Joey Clanton bringing out her 5th caution. And look who gets involved. Bill Lester and Travis Quapple also getting caught up in this.
Now that grass is slippery because of the rain we've had. So now where's he going to go?
He's going to drive back through the legend track onto the racetrack. Bill Lester's going to drive down pit road, going to rejoin the field. I think both inside of a side-by-side battle after he loses control. That was Ron Hornaday he was side-by-side with.
Right along with Joey.
And man, making some good time too, Phil.
Still there.
He was racing for the 13th spot, was Clanton.
He's in the grass. He stays on the very inside of the racetrack. But, boy, I tell you, you can't really blame him for being in the way there. He was on the very inside of the racetrack.
You're good and clear.
But what about, no telling what he thought when he heard those two. Watch these two trucks go by him.
They were completely sideways when they went by him. So undoubtedly, the 15 of Bill Lester and the 6 of Travis Quapple made contact back somewhere before that.
Well, let's get inside of Bill Lester's truck. See what happens. There's a wreck up ahead. Travis slows down.
Easy, easy, pit road.
Oh.
Easy, easy, easy.
Travis committed to the bottom. Bill was already there. Bill was running a lot faster at that time than Travis.
You're good.
Travis did the perfect job. He saw the smoke.
Okay.
He let off and slowed down. Now, Bill, he didn't see the smoke, but Phil, just think, he was buried deeper down in the corner, and so his view was obstructed. He couldn't see what Travis saw, and so he was still on the gas.
6th caution of the night. That's Bill Lester and the number 15. A lot of damage on the inside of that truck as well as the outside of that truck.
Now, you might.
I think he must have had a tire going down.
One more look at it. You see it on the top of your screen.
It looked like maybe the 40 of Mike Bliss had a tire going down, and as it went up the hill, obviously you get down to the corner, you turn the wheel, and nothing matters. He made some contact with the 15 of Bill Lester and put him into the outside wall.
Bill Lester was just a victim of circumstances. The 40 truck, it appeared, is the guy that lost a tire, Phil.
Yeah, watch this now.
Oh, right at the wrong time for Bill.
Bill
Nothing
just
he could do.
Absolutely nothing he could do. Just came along
Easy, easy.
just moments after the 40.
Broke or something. I don't know what his deal was.
Had a flat tire.
Shot up the racetrack, got into the side of Bill Lester, and potentially ending the day for Bill Lester, the evening. The love-hate relationship Rick Crawford has with this racetrack. He is the track record holder as far as speed and time in qualifying. Oh, problems with Craig Kinzer. A tough evening for Craig Kinzer. Such a strong truck early on.
Hold the brake, hold the brake. It was.
A lot of damage. Probably used all their tires.
They don't have any more tires, do they? Oh, he just
got loose. Right? Ooh, man, did he make some hard contact with the outside wall.
How about how quick NASCAR threw that caution out there as well?
Ooh, Kenny Schrader did a nice job getting by on the inside.
So quick those things snap on you at times, Phil.
Oh, they sure do. There's another view. Let's look at. He tries to save it, and the thing just turns hard right. He tries to save it again and makes some hard contact with the outside wall.
If he hadn't have got down on the apron, he could have probably saved that truck. But the flat of the apron just hooks the truck back the other direction.
We saw Kelly Byers do a very similar thing, but he was up a little higher on the racetrack. He didn't hit the apron like you talk about Craig Kinzer doing. So he.
Crawford's hungry, Phil.
He is.
He wants to put that Ford out front.
Caution's out, turn 4.
8th caution of the night
On again, he's going to drive to the inside of Matt Crafton.
All right, so we don't know who's going to win.
Now it's a battle for
Trouble, problems.
A.J. Allmendinger, he had gotten into the outside wall, and I noticed he started to slip back.
Allmendinger bringing out the 9th car.
Probably starts to push Phil, gets into Willie, and then it just snaps around. That's what happens, yeah.
He tries to stay off of Willie, and unfortunately loses control of it. There he hits the inside wall there. Fortunately, not a great deal of contact at the inside wall, but it will put him out for this race.
That's one of those. That's one of those deals. About 4 truck links before they hit, he was in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, and he could not keep it off of Willie. Unfortunately for Willie, AJ tried hard to keep it off of him and just barely bumped him. He could have took them both out.
If Willie's not there, he's probably okay. He's got enough racetrack to catch that truck, but unfortunately Willie was there. Really didn't do anything wrong. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time for A.J. Allmendinger.
And you see the 09 truck driving by there? That's my man Joey Clanton. I told you when he's back in 22nd that he had a shot.
Out in front of this field, he leads Todd Bodine by almost a half a second. Mike Skinner, our most recent winner from California, trying to make it 2 in a row, coming to Atlanta Motor Speedway.
It's sure looking like it's going to be in 2 in a row. He's got about a half a second on Todd, about 8 or 10 truck lengths right now.
He's just driving away right now, Phil. Todd, he ran up high and tried.
No pressure, bring it home. Good job. Good job, everybody. Good calls in there, Jeff. Good job.
Career win number 21 for Mike Skinner as he crosses the start-finish line. Welcome back. Here's the problem. Our second caution has come out. This time it was for an accident. Chad Chaffin involved in it. Josh Wise is involved in it. And you see the 75.
Rogers right there. Watch this now. Watch in the middle.
Looked like Josh had a head of steam on the 40 and tried to lay off of him because someone was up underneath him on the inside and got loose.
See, Travis Kittleson did not make any contact. That's him right of your screen.
If you wonder why he's spinning now, he can't see.
Tim Sauter in that 07 Lester Buildings Chevrolet did a nice job avoiding. You see Josh get sideways, and he makes contact on the inside with that 75 truck of Clay Rogers. Clay in turn hits the 40 of Chad Chaffin.
Tim Sauter, I think, in that 07 is saying to himself, unbelievable how I made it through this one.
Yeah, what a nice job he did get by that.
He's on the radio saying, did y'all see me get through that? Did y'all see what I just did?
Wow, and that gave you a shot of what Tim Sauter saw as far as he was riding right behind all of this accident and really threaded the needle.
You can see Josh, the 75 started to come up, and Josh wanted to lay off of the 40 on the outside, just was in a place that he couldn't get out of.
See, Brendan Gaughan does a nice job also getting through there. Travis Kittleson went by through the grass. Looked like Tim Sauter had to avoid every truck that was involved in that accident. It came down at the very back, and that's why Jack Sprague has made some contact. It looks like with something, maybe the inside wall. No caution flag yet.
Jack Sprague into the wall. Let's see if any debris has come out on the racetrack. Doesn't look like it, but now they're reaching for the caution.
To the 4th position.
We kind of needed this caution. There was a lot of stuff going on. Sprague gets loose off turn 2 and hits the inside wall.
You got run into by the 9 of Ted Musgrave. He might have got loose a little bit in front of Ted Musgrave. Ted actually got him a little bit sideways, and that sent him into the inside. Well, there's another view. Jack comes up the hill. Ted had a lot of momentum. They make contact right there. Jack's going to make some contact with the inside safer barrier. And that brought out a caution, a well-timed caution flag. Here's another view right here.
Here he lifted his back tires up off the ground. They got to spinning, and it was.
That's a deal when you know that truck is coming on the outside. He's got a lot more momentum. You can't just pull up in front of somebody like that. And that's what happened. Ted Musgrave had a head of steam there. By those 2 trucks, that would be 10 more points.
He would regain the lead. Right now, he's 4 points down behind Hornaday, and the white flag has come out. The final lap here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Kyle Busch in front of the 33 of Ron Hornaday.
Johnny Benson continues to run in 3rd. Mark Martin 4th, and Mike Skinner 5th.
This is a great performance by Mike Skinner. He didn't have the truck he wanted all day long, but he was able to maximize the effort.
Coming out of turns 3 and 4, it is Kyle Busch looking at the checkered flag.
That's right. Rowdy is back, baby.
Rowdy Busch, Kyle Busch winning it at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
What a great performance by
lead in second. And right now he's on the point. We've got a problem on the racetrack. Caution comes out. It's Johnny Benson, the 23, having problems. You see the sparks flying out from underneath the right side.
Going flat because it didn't feel tight until right there off pole.
So look to your right of your screen there. You see the tire go really in the second part of the dog leg. The tire goes down, and
that's where you want to have it go down.
Absolutely. He made some contact with the wall, but it would have been a whole lot worse had he been in the corner.
There's a chance.
There's another shot right there. You can see the left rear tire has moved over actually outside the body, so it bent the rear end panhard rod or trailing arms and pulled it over. Let's listen to Johnny. Oh yeah.
Oh, sounds hard, doesn't it, Phil?
Sure
when you
does.
hit those walls, Rick, it still hurts when somebody.
Why we are under this caution. Coming out of turn number 4, look for the 9 of Justin Marks sliding down on the apron.
Just running all by himself. Did a nice job of keeping that truck down towards the bottom of the racetrack.
What you love, Phil, is when a guy like Justin, young cat like that, can make a mistake, spin his truck out, and not pay the ultimate price, which is packing it into the wall. Probably made a little bit of a bad decision here when he just jerks back up on the road, but at least he didn't have to pay for that mistake. He could learn from it. Ride with Travis Quapple looking out the back. That's where you want to see.
No caution yet. No caution.
Out the back.
That's where you want to see all the crashes.
Right out the back.
Caution is out, Todd.
Mike Skinner has jumped up into the 3rd position, his highest position of the race.
Kyle Busch looking to make it back-to-back wins in the 2008 season.
Look at him run the low side of the track. He's just trying to break that draft off of Hornaday so he has nothing to pull up to, and he doesn't have anything to pull up to. Kyle Busch will bring this thing home off 4.
This will be the 3rd win at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the trucks for Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch wins the American Commercial Lines 200. Leah had to take evasive action and went right down on the apron and in the infield.
He took evasive action because of this. He spun out. And if you want to know how important air is to these trucks, that truck right behind him just swiped a little bit of the air off that rear spoiler, and Donnie Leah was passing people. He was going to town. He said, I like my truck. Next thing he knows, he's backwards.
Yeah, he did a nice job of keeping that truck out of the wall. A number of trucks on pit road down there, Adam.
And a little surprised to see Terry Cook.
The 51 of Kyle Busch took a run at him. These trucks are very, very fast, along with our leader, Ron Hornaday. But right now, Ron Hornaday is in trouble. Brent Raymer spinning down through the grass.
It almost got away from him in traffic over there off turn 4 a few laps ago, and it does get away from him this time.
Gone about 30 laps of green flag run.
Now we start talking about tire.
Have them in the pits for the next time around.
There's Brent Raymer making the slide through the infield. We've seen that already from Donnie Leah. And now Brent Raymer also bringing out the caution. It's the 3rd one of the day. Lap of racing to go. Hornaday's in the lead.
Ryan Newman got sideways off of turn 4 that time. Ron Hornaday,
he has
side by
so
side.
Strong in 1 and 2 down on the bottom, but on the top, here comes Ryan Newman. The momentum will carry forward. Ryan Newman back in front now as they go down the backstretch. Look at team owner Kevin Harvick.
Wow.
The final turns here in Atlanta.
What a turn 1 and 2 by Ryan Newman. He needed that corner, and he got it. He's going to win this race.
Ryan Newman making his first ever Craftsman Truck Series start, and he will win at Atlanta.
Great field, guy.
What a job by Ryan Newman and Ron Hornaday, too, in this whole entire
box, and he will be penalized 1 full lap. Let's take a look back at what happened. There's Timothy in the pits right there. You see him?
And then they had to.
Yep, and they actually could not push the truck back, so
That's okay. But you hit it sometimes. Watch this.
that was Stacy just a few moments ago, and
boy, that doesn't even
that's
really,
about as easy as she can hit it if he hit it.
I don't even think that really counts.
No, I wouldn't count that.
It definitely got his attention. He knew he was about to hit it, but darn, what a sitting there chomping at the bit to go get Todd. But he's got a truck he can do it with.
Ricky Carmichael in the 4 gets turned around. Problems behind him, trying to avoid the 8 of Dennis.
Trying to get back going, bud. Trying to get her going.
A lot of damage to that Malcolm Construction Chevrolet for Dennis Setzer. Dennis was having a good run in the top. I mean, on the lead lap.
Pretty hard front end damage here.
Somebody needs to tell Dennis to shut the motor off on that truck. He's going to lose all his oil. And
got heat in the left rear quarter pan.
Looks like it bent the trailing arms or something on that truck. There's a 6 of Colin Brown. He gets in the back of Ricky going in the corner, turns Ricky around. Ricky's trying to keep that truck off the racetrack, trying to bring it back down to the apron. Chad McCumbee does a great job getting by. Look at Rick Crawford. Look at the job he does avoiding them. But unfortunately, Dennis Setzer had absolutely nowhere to go.
Setzer couldn't see through Crawford's truck. Setzer had no idea that Ricky was setting there. You can see, watch Rick. He just gets on the brakes and was able to avoid the 4, but then right into the back of Crawford came Setzer.
Take a look at this. The Ford onboard of Colin Brown. You see the contact there.
Stay with it here. Still offside.
Yeah. Gas, my truck's light, and I'm going to go to town.
12 laps of racing to go. Kyle Busch takes the green flag.
Kevin Harvick jumped to the outside of his teammate Ron Hornaday and made that pass.
And look at Terry Cook going around the outside of Kyle Busch. Did that thing sputter on the get-go, Phil?
It looked like it sputtered. It looks like it's not up to speed. Now it's getting up to speed.
Here comes Colin Brown on the outside, trying to take over second from Kyle Busch.
Oh!
Kyle Busch in front of it, but it's the 6 of Colin Brown that got turned around and hard into the inside wall.
Boy, straight into that inside wall.
Wow,
just in front of this truck was the 51 of Kyle Busch. He had to have had some help getting around coming out of
Yeah, they got all bottled up. When Terry Cook got on the outside of Kyle Busch, he didn't get a good run off.
On the inside.
You can see how slow Cook is off the turn. Colin gets right up on the back of Terry Cook, hits him, and then bam, Brian Scott hits Brown in the back and sends him to the inside wall.
Just straight. Look at that safer barrier. Thank goodness for that safer barrier on the inside wall on the back stretch.
Even with the bad start, a huge break for Kyle Busch.
You saw what happened, Rick. Look at that truck fly up in the air. You saw the 25 truck not get a good run off too.
Yep.
The 6 of Brown ran up on the back of Terry Cook, and then the 16 of Brian Scott didn't really know what was going on. He just had it hammered down.
You see Terry wiggling there. It looks like he got a little bit loose and then seized up just a little bit. Brian Scott, really, you can't not fault him. He just touched the back of the 6 of Colin Brown, turned him around. Hard contact in the inside wall.
Let's take another look from the very start of this race.
Now check it out. I think Kyle Busch's truck stumbles, which makes me wonder, will it ever have enough gas to get to the finish?
It goes fine right there. Then all of a sudden, it just stalls right there. Terry drives around on the outside. Then the fuel picks back up in the 51 truck. He's going to drive up to the inside.
Now look at the distance. The 6 closes on the 25. He comes right up on the back, hits the 25, but then gets hit by the 16.
I'll tell you what, the 5 of Mike Skinner hit the 16 into the 6.
It's almost like maybe Terry Cook's truck may have stalled for just a second up off that corner.
Watch this.
What a hard hit.
Look at how that safer barrier spreads out that impact. It takes time. It takes and stretches out how long it takes for that truck to reach its maximum impact. And that was a great illustration of what a wonderful invention the safer barrier is.
And how about the front end of that truck crushing in, so it absorbs some of the
Watch this now.
We're on board with Colin Brown now.
Watch him here. Clear low, clear, clear, clear.
He just had no idea he's getting ready to get hit.
We just got wrecked.
Yeah, he actually ran in the back of Terry Cook as well.
That was a chain reaction crash. Those are really hard to avoid. There's no way to understand what's going on up ahead of you. You can't see through these trucks.
Watch this safer barrier right there. Watch this now. Look at that thing give, Michael. Look at it give.
Oh, that makes me smile. Makes me so happy.
That thing moved in probably at least a foot.
Yeah, and did you see it spread out?
Yep. Ray Dunlap.
And guys, it was not a fuel issue for Kyle Busch.
Sideways.
Kyle Busch wobbles coming out of 4, and that closes the gap now. 1 to go. Kyle Busch in front of Kevin Harvick.
Oh, Harvick lost a little ground there.
All over the back bumper. Kyle Busch came down when they came into turn number 1, closed the door. Let's see if Kevin Harvick has anything for him. 3 truck lengths separate the two as they enter turn 3.
Oh, he's sideways. He gets a little sideways early in the corner.
Sideways again. Here comes Kevin Harvick coming out of turn number 4. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick. Kyle Busch will win again. 4 wins at this racetrack for Kyle Busch. I bet he's going to be there. Kevin Harvick.
I think he's committed to being there.
Kevin's going to be there. He's down
crash.
front.
Big crash.
Problems in turn 3.
Hornaday.
The 33 of Hornaday into the wall. We talked about it earlier. He had a tire rub on the left rear.
Guess what? It didn't last.
It didn't last.
It didn't last.
Hurt him. A lot of damage to the back of that truck. This is one team who really couldn't afford another bad finish. They started off with a difficult start to the season at Daytona, and now this.
That's a huge.
He can't even move now that he's in the grass. Let's take a look here.
Watch how fast this happens. Boom. Tire blows and into the wall he goes. Thank the Lord for those safer barriers.
Good job. Woo.
That truck into that, if that had hit concrete,
I'm trying to figure it out myself.
I've done it before, Phil, as have you. It's just amazing the difference these safer barriers make for these guys. Look at the damage on that truck.
Wow, all the way up to the back window, it looks like, up to the cab. Leaders on pit road.
Pit road is open. Here comes Kevin Hart. The lead has changed about 3 times in those 3 laps.
Oh, that's sideways. That's going to be a crash.
Crafton into the 30 of Todd
Hang
Bodine.
on to her, Todd.
Look at Bodine trying to keep it off the wall.
Hold the brake. Got him coming at you.
The caution has come out. Todd Bodine, what an amazing save.
Yeah, got him.
The 88 and the 30, there is contact made, and both of them still drive away from that, but there's damage.
Yeah, a lot of damage to the 88. I think the 30 is going to be okay.
Yeah, 30, just between the tires is the best place to
take another look at what happened.
There they are, side by side. You see Crafton start sliding up off the bottom of the racetrack. Then he gets loose, and he has to chase the truck up the hill. And when he did, he made contact with the left rear of Todd Bodine.
And you can see a pretty good shot into the wall on that 88 truck. So he's probably knocked the toe off. The wheels won't be pointing in the right direction in the front, and that'll mess him up. Check it out. Just starts to push up the hill a little bit. Like I said, no air to lean on. The truck doesn't want to turn right. And then eventually he's just got to, he runs into Todd Bodine and causes them both to crash.
Todd does a nice job not getting into the outside wall any harder than he did. Made slight contact. See his tear off flapping around.
Watch Todd too, Phil. Great point. Watch him how long he leaves his foot on the floor. He's sliding right now. Now he's wide open trying to get that thing to keep from spinning out. And then he's smart enough to know to let off the gas and save the truck from running into the inside wall. Just a great job by Todd Bodine.
It's going to be a great shot from Kevin Harvick's easy go on board here.
Behind you there. No caution yet. Caution's out. 88 went right into the 30.
That's
pretty much what happened.
We saw it just like that.
Let's ride along with Matt Crafton.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
30 still out there.
Boom.
Got loose. Got to the 30 there. Got to the fence to get some stuff ready to fix the right side.
He's got it. He has him cleared. He can move up the racetrack out in front of Steven.
Steve Wallace runs second now, and right on his back bumper will be the 2 into the wall again, the 88 of Matt Crafton.
Down if he can. Come down if he can.
Damage continuing for the 88
Take
team.
it to the garage so we can work on it there.
Amazingly enough, the 33 of Ron Hornaday was the first to get involved in an accident. And
truck too. He had a truck in practice that was faster than everyone's, but he got it in the wall when he made contact with Todd Bodine.
And that cut a tire down right there, it looked like.
The damage from the accident he had earlier obviously didn't get all cleared away, and the right front tire was cut. It might have bent the toe end off enough to where maybe a sway bar arm got into that right front tire. It might not even have been fender damage that did it. Some of the suspension components could have dug into that tire.
Listen in, we'll ride along with him.
The red truck will be the one you're chasing, still inside.
You heard it. You heard something pop.
You know, when you have
Hold on, 2 more.
Really,
come down if he can.
Really fortunate that he was up high, so the damage is going to be minimal. But you heard Bud Hafley say, "Let's take it to the garage so we can fix it right."
Look what minimal is. The whole right front's tore off of it. So
what if that Rick Crawford circle bar on board right there? Rick's running.
Oh, look at there, contact.
And they're in
Crash
the wall
right in front of Rick.
Crawford.
Clear to the bottom.
The 93 and the 7. The 7 of Justin Lofton and the 93 of Shane Sieg involved in this incident right in front of Rick Crawford.
All right, stay there, stay there. Good job, stay there, stay there.
Sieg did what Matt Crafton did, Phil. He just got sideways and got up into Justin Lofton. He just couldn't get off of him.
Yeah, just had to chase it up the hill, and unfortunately Justin was there. Had Justin not been there, Shane may have had enough room to catch that truck, but Justin didn't do anything wrong. He just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
They slide down the back stretch. Here again, you take a look at it coming off of turn 2.
We're riding along with Rick Crawford. He is right behind us. You're going to watch him duck by the 14 truck.
As does
Jason White, we hadn't said a lot about Jason. Didn't qualified on the pole at Daytona. Was way back in qualifying here. But you'll see him slip to the bottom here. Here comes Crawford and Jason White. These trucks are all battling in the top 10, Phil.
Yeah, tough break. There's another view. Justin is absolutely as high as you can go. He's right up against the wall, and Shane said, I need some more room.
They scatter down behind them. Coming off the wall.
It's great to see some of the guys that are running in the top 10. A couple of them there won't be now.
So again, this time it's Shane Sieg and Justin Lofton that are involved. Rick Crawford had a front row seat to this battle that didn't end so well for those two drivers. We'll be right back with more from Atlanta. Tomorrow NASCAR race day soars in there. Kevin Harvick gets it. 1.5 miles to go for Kevin Harvick.
Remember, that means no green white checker. Once the leader gets the white flag, if anything happens on this lap, the race will be official.
That truck was strong from the time they unloaded it. Rick, it's just pretty obvious he was going to be the truck to beat after practice. He could just run 31.90s way longer than everybody else could. He wasn't any faster than them when they threw the green.
Kevin Harvick comes out of turn number 4, 7th career win in the Camping World Truck Series.
What a dominating performance by Kevin Harvick and KHI. Great battle here.
3-second lead over Kyle Busch as the battle continues between Sauter and David Starr for position.
Caution's out.
We're hearing caution once again on the racetrack, this time turn 4.
They'll come in and work on that 13 truck, I bet you.
The 78.
Well, he's had some
BJ
contact.
McLeod.
Somebody's running the back of that truck. Look, right side of your screen.
Was he pitting?
Looked like he was slowing, certainly, maybe to come to pit road.
Johanna didn't see that, didn't realize he was going to be so abrupt trying to get down on pit road. Drove right in the back of him.
So BJ McLeod will work on his truck, see if he can get Waldo.
See, Johnny just gets a little high there. That he may have had a slow deflation of that right front tire.
And if he did, and that's all the damage he did to that truck, that's really, really lucky. And that looks like indeed what might have happened. You can see he's not trying to run the top, Phil, but the tire goes flat right there and takes him up the track.
Fortunate for Johnny, that thing just barely lost a little bit of air.
And you know, when he had that contact that you mentioned earlier, Rick, we thought he had come to pit road and work on that thing, but
3 or 4 spots here.
Wow, look at Brendan slide up in front of Tavo down there off turn 4.
Oh, and around goes the 15, and he keeps it going straight.
What a save by Josh Richards.
Look at the damage to is that the 32 truck of Blake?
NASCAR will have to look at. Take a look at why that happened.
Here's Josh up here. Now he's going to move to the inside. Blake there's that caution we were talking about. Blake had committed to going to the bottom of the racetrack. Josh was going down there as well.
Josh gets sideways off the corner and decides he needs to get over to the bottom, and Blake was already committed, like you said, Phil, to get there, and they made, look at that truck.
Oh, my
at least 30 degrees out of shape right there. Justin Marks does a nice job with that couple times.
So Newman takes over second. Busch drops back to third, and the 17 of Timothy Peters is around.
Get it fired up
Caution
and
comes out again.
Left rear tire is gone on Timothy Peters' truck.
Come right on down here if you need to. Come right on down here if you need to.
I believe I'd come down there. You got to have
Right
a left
rear went out on me.
Timothy Peters, you can see the left rear tire is flat right there. Timothy, no damage to that tire, Phil, and Rick made a point. The battery's inside that left rear corner. You don't think maybe they left something loose in there and it maybe rubbed that tire? The battery could have gotten loose.
Well, there's a door.
Yeah,
the battery
that's
comes
his battery.
out.
That's his battery right there.
But there's something that holds, obviously, that in.
There's a battery door. They didn't have it on there, obviously fastened the proper way.
And what it did first of all was rubbed a hole in the tire, and then it finally made it.
Ryan Newman.
But with the same attitude, I suspect.
Look at Ryan, gets a good run through the center of the corner. Oh, look at Josh Wise is sideways.
Again, and keeps it going the right direction. Josh Richards in the 15 sideways, but the damage is to the trucks behind him, and it looks like the 23.
Majority of the damage. Watch this. Right side of your screen. You see him on the outside of the 4 truck. That's the 15. Colin Brown, the 51, comes down a little bit, makes contact with the right front corner. He gets into the 33.
It's Hornaday. Watch Justin Lofton. Winds up getting in the outside wall along with Jason White.
Yeah.
Miguel Paludo pushed Jason White up into the wall.
Looks like maybe.
Watch Josh here, though. Watch his save right here. He is completely sideways once again. Ron Hornaday actually straightens him out a little bit.
You know, Ron Hornaday a year ago was involved with a little incident. Separate Hornaday, who just takes the white flag, and his closest pursuer, Clint Boyer, 3.6 seconds back. Hornaday digging with everything he's got.
Hey, let's give a little call here to Jeff Hensley if Ron Hornaday pulls this thing off like it looks like he's going to.
And a call to KHI. They had a fast truck and a slow one. They're going to run 1-2 with them.
Hornaday out in front, going through 3 and 4.
He's going to make it.
To add to his record-setting Camping World Truck Series career, Hornaday goes to victory lane again.
One more lap, Phil.
James Busher with another strong race truck as he runs to the bottom. Ty Dillon right in the middle, and now the momentum slowing Ty Dillon down.
You could see Kurt Busch.
And the car comes out again. Tim George into the wall. Ron Hornaday with damage to the front of that truck, as well as Jason White.
Man, Jason White was so optimistic about his chances tonight. George, Hornaday, and White, those trucks are done.
Yeah, Tim George was hanging around just
ways when Hornaday and White get there.
It looks like that's what started it.
Yeah, Jason White and Ron couldn't see where they're going either, Phil. There's a lot of smoke because of the 2 truck being sideways.
A little bit of contact. Looked like the truck underneath.
Was that Ryan Blaney? No, it wasn't Blaney.
It might have been Hornaday. It might have been Hornaday underneath the 2 of Tim George. And Tim got a little bit loose. Then I think Ron got a little bit loose. They made a little contact, and that's what sent him up the hill. Jason White was an innocent victim, came along with nowhere to go.
It was the white truck, you're right, Phil. So, Matt, I don't see how Hornaday caused it and then got behind him. Maybe we get another look at it, but that was an interesting looking crash.
Chris Fontaine, we saw him slide.
Wasn't so bad, but this one you can see he gets into the wall in the center of the corner and hangs in it. Just scrubs that right side along, probably doing some damage to the right front fender, which will take away some of the downforce that he NASCAR. When you're driving off to that first win, he takes the white flag. There's nothing that feels any better.
Final lap for Ty Dillon. Had his worst career finish last Wednesday at Bristol when they had a fuel pickup issue toward the end of the race. Wasn't able to finish as strongly as he should have, and now he's trying to back it up with his first ever win in the Truck Series.
Talk about, can he make his way back into the point race? I think he can.
He is battling right now to get back into the points race, but right now he's going to grab his first ever Camping World Truck Series win, and it comes in Atlanta Motor Speedway.
We did it! Way to go, baby! Way to go!
Ray Black Jr., the 07, had a problem in practice, got against the outside wall. They got that truck repaired, but looked like he got a little bit loose coming off of turn number 4.
Couldn't tell if the zeros
went down pit road to avoid this. Take a look here. There you see there may be some contact right here, or just got real close to him. Maybe took a little air off that rear spoiler, and around Ray Black Jr. goes. He does a nice job keeping that truck from backing up the hill into the outside wall.
That's exactly what happened, Phil. When the 15 got up under him, got beside him like that, or pushed that air onto the left rear corner panel, it just pushed Ray Black right around. That's.
And really, the first 2 trucks have checked out just a little bit. And caution out again this time for the 15. Mason Mingus with a problem.
Looks like he kept it out of the wall.
Ooh. That was closed down on the apron. Cody Ware in the 50 truck.
Might have. Mason does a nice job again keeping that truck from backing up the hill into the outside safer barrier.
There again, that's one of the hard things about Atlanta. When you get down in the middle of the corner, if the truck in front of you slips just that little bit, slows his speed down, it's real easy to get into him. You have to be constantly aware that you got to be understanding these guys can do that and get in trouble.
For Mason Mingus there with a problem. Big impact on the front of his truck, the number 50. And also about the same time, Timothy Peters, at least the right front went out. Let's take a look. Top of the screen.
Right, and there's Cody, as you mentioned, Brian, pretty hard impact. A couple of trucks coming by on the outside. Joe Nemechek, Daniel Hemrick, Johnny Sauter getting by on the outside.
We didn't see the start of this, but I'm going to guess that he got a little loose and overcorrected, the typical rookie mistake that here at Atlanta. It's hard to not do, because that
place truck.
All clear.
He just went by to put a lap down.
One more time.
One more time. 1.5 miles for Matt Crafton and the Thor Sport team. The Toyota out in front. If he can hold on, it would be his 6th Camping World Truck Series win in his 340th start. Down the back straightaway. Crafton just one more set of corners to get through. And the performance tonight has been absolutely dominant.
Matt Crafton is making a statement. If you're going to win a championship, you're going to have to come through me.
And the statement has been made. Matt Crafton, Toyota and Force win at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Hey boys, finally got one here.
John Hunter Nemechek on the outside. The green is waving.
You could see the 23 of Gallagher. He slid his tires. John Hunter didn't get a great start. Look at Suarez. He's to the outside of Crafton.
Daniel Suarez for the lead. Can he get around Matt Crafton?
And which way will Christopher Bell go?
Big crash. Heavy hit for Crafton. Caution is out. Suarez and Crafton both battling for the lead, and they are torn up. Wow. That was a big hit for Matt Crafton.
We saw Matt wiggle a little bit on that restart. Spun the tires that looked like Justin Bell. Watch that Ford truck right side of your screen. Is he going to make a little contact? He does with Suarez.
So Bell gets into the back end of his own teammate, Daniel Suarez, and that's what knocks Suarez into the 88 of Matt Crafton. Wow.
Yeah, that was a mistake that was made on pit road, followed by one on the track. And watch the job he does slipping through after causing that mess. He's able to get through. Spencer Gallagher hit the outside wall. John Hunter Nemechek slipped through as well.
Let's go on board with that 88 truck of Matt Crafton.
Well, this is going to hurt.
Outside 51, outside. You and him, half back to the floor on the bottom with you. Trying to pack some air. 51 still out there.
Take a look at it now on board of the 51 of Daniel Suarez.
This is going to hurt too, Phil.
Yeah, it sure is.
Still inside, still there. No room behind him, no room behind him.
Wow. Cole Custer just barely got by Suarez.
God, we got to be so thankful for the safer barrier over there. That was a big hit. Fortunately, it was into the safer barrier.
Replay.
Well, and Michael, we should point out that where Matt Crafton hit, Christopher Bell got into his teammate Daniel Suarez.
Oh, flat tire!
And Bell is into the wall.
Inside, just hold it up.
Huge hit.
Just hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. You're clear down.
He couldn't hold it anywhere. Makes you wonder if there was some damage after scrubbing along that wall during that crash on the back that caused.
And as Bell has that right front go down, and watch this truck take off.
Absolutely nothing he could do about it. Just along for the ride, hard into that outside safer barrier.
We're so thankful for technology, the safer barrier, all the safety equipment that's inside that truck. We've seen guys, Phil, in our career hit the wall like that and they would never walk away, and now Christopher Bell is able to get out and wave at the crowd and head off to race again next time.
Gets into the outside wall after he cuts this right front tire down. Watch that safer barrier.
What's that truck going there, Phil? Over 140?
140, 50 miles an hour. And look at the give in that safer, and that's what it's all about right there.
The crew chief for Christopher Bell.
So he doesn't spin those tires.
Nemechek on the inside, Townley on the outside. Townley spun the tires again. Hemrick getting inside of him. Everybody shuffled, and John Hunter Nemechek is in the lead.
That really cost Daniel Hemrick. Look how much ground he lost. He's back to the 5th spot now.
He's trying to climb back on the outside. He's making him move around Grant Enfinger to try to climb back into it.
Cameron Haley in second. Can he chase down John Hunter Nemechek? Can Haley get his first ever win in the Camping World Truck Series?
Great turn by John Hunter. He's able to hook that bottom. Look how low he is off 4. He sees the white flag ahead.
Clear by 2.
One to go at Atlanta. The white flag is out.
One more lap for Cameron Haley to do something with John Hunter Nemechek. How about Peters on the outside?
And look at Ben Rhodes charging on the inside of Hemrick.
John Hunter Nemechek trying to hold off the field on the final lap at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
John West Townley climbs inside of Ben Rhodes.
There's Joe Nemechek, John Hunter's dad on the left, cheering for his son. John Hunter Nemechek wins in Atlanta.
And we were 3 wide for 5th. What a great race.
The green flag waves. We're racing.
Phil, can you imagine what Kyle Busch's mindset is right now? He just celebrated a win in Victory Lane, and now he's got to go out there and try to get the job done again. That's amazing.
And he's got to make the adjustment because these trucks do not drive like those Xfinity cars. But it's going to take him about 1 corner to make that adjustment.
Look at Christopher Bell. Nice start by the kid. He's able to grab the lead. 3 wide back in the pack.
Well, Noah Gragson, the rookie, spinning. Trying to collect it.
Outside, yellow is out. Yellow is out. Watch your outside. 27's up there.
And it's the 7 of Brett Moffitt tangling with Gragson. Boy, Noah Gragson, the 18-year-old rookie, was right in the middle of that 3 wide, and it was a tough spot.
You know, I don't know. That got to the corner. The truck ahead of him moved up a little bit.
Right there in the middle, and that was the 21 of Sauter on his inside.
See, these trucks just kind of all come together. Probably the biggest hit was Moffitt.
And it wasn't real big. It didn't look like.
It's an early yellow at Atlanta. We'll collect them and restart when we return. Go, would you like to come if everybody comes under yellow to get tires? And there's a caution, and it's the 44 of Tommy Joe Martin.
And this is too early. And this is too early right now. I'm going to answer your question, Vince. You want this thing to go about 105.
Stuart Friesen will get the free pass.
Whoa, Tommy Joe has her go around.
Kept it out of the wall, kept it down off the racetrack.
Unfortunately, no one else was collected in the process.
And Canada driver Stuart Friesen is our free pass. He'll get back.
Will help.
Yeah, he got tangled up with Corbin Forrester exiting turn 4. That thing hit the infield grass field and about flipped over.
Here's what happened.
Watch the 2 black trucks left side of your screen. Corbin gets into the left rear quarter panel of Jordan, sends him into the grass. Corbin gets into the outside wall, but watch what damage this grass does to this truck.
Oh, wow. Look how violent that is. Parts and pieces went everywhere. I don't know if maybe Jordan got a little bit loose coming off and Forrester didn't judge it properly.
You're going to have to use more fuel to finish. Yeah.
Looks like Forrester lost the front end of that truck. Maybe he was chasing it, and that's how he got into Jordan.
How about the camera work our men and women do? I mean,
a couple of ThorSport teammates, Matt Crafton in the bright yellow 88 and the 27 of Ben Rhodes, 2nd and 3rd. And there's Austin Cindric spinning.
Yellow.
And a yellow is out.
You're stay clear right there. Clear, clear, clear. You didn't hit anything. You okay?
What a save.
Come on around here. We're going to need some tires.
What happened? Enfinger and Cindric. Just a little bit of light contact, just enough.
That just shows you how fast these guys are going and how on the edge of control they are. The air almost spun him around.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there was no contact there for sure. Looked like maybe Austin felt like he was going to get into Grant and had to turn the wheel away from him a little bit.
Watch this.
Watch it again.
I mean, that's just crazy.
Cindric was running in the 8th position.
Crazy good pictures, though, man. That just shows you the details of what it's like to drive one of these pickup trucks at 180 miles an hour.
Unfortunately, they don't have good tires to put on it when he comes to pit road. That would be a difference maker. Less than 5 to go when we return. Just a few laps remaining, 3 to go. The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series from Atlanta Motor Speedway. An outside line has not been a good one when it comes to the restarts. Let's see what happens. 2 laps remaining in Atlanta.
That's as good a restart as we've seen from the outside.
How about Alex Bowman making it 3 wide, trying to get into the middle?
Is Christopher going to be able to clear Crafton? He's not able to clear him.
Crafton did a perfect job. Whether he beat Christopher Bell to the start-finish line or not, I'm not sure, but he did a great job of laying back on Christopher Bell. Had his nose halfway back on the door of the Ford truck.
Can Bell get in front of Crafton? He does.
Oh, what a
break draft. 1.5. Hit your entry to 1. Hit your entry to 1. Fight.
Lap remaining. The white flag is out. Christopher Bell trying to hold off Matt Crafton. Johnny Sauter lurking in third, and Ben Rhodes in fourth. Alex Bowman in fifth.
Boy, Matt gave it all he had on that restart. Actually got the lead for a moment, but Christopher fought back.
Christopher Bell bringing it through turn 4. A dominating performance, and he closes the door with the win at Atlanta.
Matt's doing a great job hanging in there on the outside, and trouble already. Norm Benning is around.
So Norm Benning brings out the yellow.
We just flat spotter.
And Benning's going to have to bring it in and put tire 5th. The only one of the top 7 that doesn't have a series win is Jesse Little in that 97 truck, and there's a caution.
Caution. Here's our shot, boys.
The 33.
He's right in the middle of the road, in the middle of the back straightaway, right in the middle of the track, buddy. Right in the middle of the track.
Big hit for Josh Rayom.
Front end looks there. See him right there. He's all by himself. Just gets sideways, overcorrects. He's going to slide back up the racetrack.
nice job slipping through.
And then clipped. Dalton Sargent came by and clipped him with a 25 truck.
And Dalton couldn't see, Phil. You know how blinding that tire smoke is, and he had to just make a guess at which way to go, and he guessed wrong.
0 lug nuts, obviously, on the left rear. That tire, he knows there's a problem. They've told him that they have no lug nuts on the left rear, and there the tire comes off.
NASCAR overtime, taking you to the checkers from Atlanta Motor Speedway when we come back. Snyder and Johnny Sauter. Snyder with 2 tires on the inside, Sauter with 4 on the outside, and here comes Brett Moffitt for the lead. Moffitt in the 16.
3 wide, you're in the middle.
3 wide behind Brett Moffitt.
What a move by Brett Moffitt, and he's got a gap now.
And here comes Crafton trying to get around for second, but he's got company. Look at it. Wow. Noah Gregson on the inside.
Noah Gregson, Johnny Sauter side by side now, coming down for the white.
But it's Brett Moffitt out front, and the white flag is out. 1 to go in Atlanta. The next flag will end it. Side by side is Gregson and Sauter.
Brett Moffitt
out front.
He said, see you later. I'm driving off into the sunset here at Atlanta for this win.
Banging doors, Sauter and Gregson. And now Rhodes trying to get into the mix. But Brett Moffitt with 1 career win, about to make it 2. Bringing it to the line. Brett Moffitt wins in Atlanta.
He could take to the lead, and he just drove around them. And I like I said, got trouble somewhere.
Turn 4, just before they got to the tri-oval. The 54 of Natalie Decker.
Decker was running in the top 20, Phil, doing a nice job early. Looks like maybe some damage to the left rear. Makes you wonder if maybe got together with another
Looks
truck.
like maybe more contact with another vehicle than it was the wall. Just a lap. Let's see if we can see what happens. Look right side of your screen. Looks like she just got a little bit loose. There was a truck close to her, and I think probably there's the contact right there.
Not sure there was contact that led to the spin.
I don't think so either, Vince. I think she just got a little bit loose with that truck very close to her.
You know, when she had an issue with a flat tire early in the race at Daytona, she tore her truck up getting back to pit road.
On board with Ben Rhodes.
Caution is out.
Caution.
Caution is out.
Caution is out. Turn 4, 1 going through the grass. And it's Natalie Decker again, really about the same spot. I think those tire tracks just ahead of her are where she came through the grass the first time earlier today.
I think everyone comes to pit road, don't you, Michael? There's no way with.
Well, there's Natalie Decker. It's almost tough to tell through the wet lens. That's all the moisture that's on the track. And Natalie Decker and Jinjo Kopp maybe got together just a little bit, and it put Natalie Decker through the infield.
I think Natalie just lost it.
Burton right behind him. Contact, and it looked like Jesse Little into the wall and collects several. Parker Kligerman involved. Spencer Boyd in the mix. Austin Wayne Self in the 22.
We talk about it all the time, guys, how the intensity ratchets up. We know how difficult the restarts here are.
Let's take a look. Watch the 97, their black and green truck. Jesse Little spun the tires, gets a big bump from Parker Kligerman, and then it begins.
Boy, Sheldon Creed did an amazing job in that 2 truck avoiding this incident.
So did the 52. Watch Stuart Friesen.
Wow. Watch Sheldon Creed come right through the middle of that white hood on that number 2 truck.
Timothy Peters also avoided it, and there you see Friesen slipping through.
Friesen maybe ran over part of that splitter, the debris on the track, but got through it relatively unscathed.
You see the splitter, he did hit that splitter, Vince. You're exactly right.
Looks wild, doesn't it, with
run.
Well, right around the yellow line for Hill.
Meanwhile, Kyle Busch coming to the line. 1 lap remaining. Kyle Busch chasing history, trying to win in the Truck Series for the 52nd time, breaking the tie with Ron Hornaday, the Hall of Famer. And Kyle has but a 0.7 of a second lead on Johnny Sauter. Kyle Busch coming through turn 4. He makes history today. The winningest driver in Truck Series history is Kyle Busch.
Nice. Thank you, boys.
And a caution is out here on lap 2 as we were watching Kyle Busch run around that top side and making some gains. And it's the 28 of Brian Doza, who has gone around to start beating again after those first couple of laps. And Doza just lost it there by himself.
Yeah, you'd think that far back maybe there was a tire issue. And
the 14th for Kyle Busch Motorsports truck at Charlotte is unacceptable. They had a huge meeting. We got caution on the racetrack.
And it's Doza again going around, and he'll bring out the caution for the 2nd time. The on board of Jeff Burton, and there's Doza getting a little help, but that's way too slow, I think, at that point.
Yeah, I think though.
Each of the last 2 races, they had that mechanical issue at Charlotte.
I don't think it's a tire tie.
No. And then, there was the contact right there. Hit the back end of John Hunter Nemechek. The track or pull off into his pit box, and Ryan Truex right behind him has to check up, and when he does, it's an accordion effect and damage is done.
Yeah, this is exactly why I always left room.
He's depending on a caution flag soon. He's going to have to work his tail off to stay on the lead lap. There's only 9 laps in this stage left.
And just as you said, Mike, there is the caution. Wow. And that's Self there in the middle. Austin Wayne Self in the middle of the track, and Angela Ruck had to make a evasive move. Watch this battle here between Kyle Busch and
wow. Man, it's a good thing she didn't panic in that bright orange truck, because the brakes would have definitely slid her into Self. Spotters are on the radio right now saying he's high, he's high, he's high. Now he goes low. You got to make a decision.
Oh, that was close.
Boy, a couple of tricks. Jordan Anderson slow up top in that 3 truck, and then watch Kyle come up on him.
Or Anderson had been in the outside wall. Todd, this just speaks to how difficult it is to change directions with one of these trucks. Even when the tires are fresh, you commit to the corner. He didn't have any chance to get under Anderson and ran into the outside wall on the bottom and was patiently waiting to get around him.
And we're going to have a caution because it's Chase Elliott.
No caution, no caution. Oh, come on.
So Elliott goes around, and it brings out the caution. The worst case scenario for that man, Austin Hill. Off the wall?
Yeah, he did. But I'm telling you, those Hooters wings are smoked.
Yeah, the right rear finally couldn't take it.
You said it, Todd. He abused those tires, and he finally couldn't hang on to it.
You can see it soft right there.
Great job keeping it off the wall and preventing damage to that 24.
After he saves it, he said, guys, I'll be right to you. Any little service?
Those cords don't hold air very well when they get down that low.
I mean, everybody's got to come and get that fresh rubber, right?
Well, not everybody.
What are you doing? You're not coming? Are you telling me you're not coming, Mike?
I'm Austin Hill. I'm not. I'm coming to pit road and getting 4 tires. If I'm Brett Moffitt, maybe I'm outside the top 5 or in the back half of the top 10. I might stay out and take a chance.
Todd?
I'm with Michael. I think I don't know where that cutoff is. If you're 5th, 6th, 7th, where you decide to stay out.
Squirted out to lead, but now falling back, and they're already into the wall.
That's De Benedetto.
Matt De Benedetto. Right side damage on that 25 truck.
We saw the Cup cars up in that 3rd lane during their practice session.
And believe.
Hold it up. Still green, but surely going to go caution here unless he can get that down out of the way.
Look how much damage. Even the left rear fender is bent, Phil. That could be end of the day for the 25. Trucks are really bouncing around. Oh, and Haley's going to get side.
Give me the top, give me the bottom, anywhere but in the middle. And there's a contact and an accident. Looked like Lawless Allen there in the 45.
Dean Thompson. Michael, we just talked about him. Jack Wood also involved.
Another truck that had been up front.
Tough start this year.
Eckes
Jack Wood.
Got some contact as well.
See if we can dig into what happened here. 3 wide. Thompson's on the bottom. Does he get loose down there? Yeah.
Yep, sure does.
Ran into Eckes. That's a shame.
Lawless Allen also came along. Ooh, Matt Crafton narrowly avoided him and Jack Wood.
Infinger still leading the way, and there's Tate Fogelman going around. Caution is out.
Nice save, not letting that truck go back across the racetrack towards the outside wall.
Running 15th at the time.
Now everybody's in their window right here, guys. So I think we come to pit road now, and we're done. We're done pitting. Left of your screen, just a little bit of a scrub there.
And there you see the 30 truck on the bottom as Gray continues to scrape along the wall, and he comes down the track, and I'm sure the 30 gets.
There's Jordan Anderson, the 3, and the 30 of Tate Fogelman.
Oh, Jordan just wasn't quite clear, and
there you have it.
That was actually the next corner, or maybe even the next lap, right?
Right, the next corner, I think. Gray lost his momentum, was slowing down. Jordan thought he had him cleared and didn't. Almost did.
Yeah.
And
Tate,
the 3 collects
bystander.
the 30 in the process. Coming to the white flag. Chandler Smith continues to lead. Smith trying to go back-to-back after winning at Vegas. Heim goes to the bottom. Getting some help from John Hunter Nemechek. New leader, Corey Heim.
Wow.
Chandler Smith left on the outside. Here comes Thorsport. Ben Rhodes in third or in second, trying to go to the outside of Nemechek. But it's going to be Chandler Smith or Corey Heim. Corey Heim wins at Atlanta.
Virgin racetrack at that point, and
see if I can get there. Oh, there's going to be contact on the front. There it is. That was Lane Riggs that just didn't have room to come up in front of Tanner Gray, I believe.
Look at what happened.
It was a run from the outside from Gray, and Lane Riggs just moved up, and there wasn't room there.
Tough break for teammates as well.
Wow.
Lane Riggs was running 14th at the time. Christian Eckes is nice and calm out front, but not so much back of the pack. Problems for the 1 truck.
Trying to make some ground. Well, on the outside, Tanner Gray tries to get above Lane Riggs. Right there, that move from the truck, and Lane just squeezed over. Tried to make sure he took his line away, kept everyone behind him, and there just wasn't room to do so.
You know, we always talk about how important the spotters are, but probably no more important than they are at a place like this, especially on a mile and a half when they're doing
contact.
See, Brett's coming in this pit. Pretty significant contact right there, and that's the problem when you come in and do fuel only.
See him right there on coming in the screen on the bottom, right on the.
Looks like he loses the nose and chases it up the hill.
Yeah, I think maybe he got too low on that white and red line, and it made him shoot up the hill, and then he tried to cut it to keep it off of the 9 truck of Kobe Howard, and around it went. And man, looked like he was maybe going to slip by without hitting the wall, but both left front and left rear hard into the wall, and that's going to end his day.
A lot of discussions going on right now.
I don't think there's any discussion. I think they all come to pit road for sure. There's another look. As you mentioned, Michael, he turned it left to try to avoid Colby Howard. It's great that we can have a single truck incident here without getting a whole bunch of other trucks involved, and they get some minimal damage to the front end of that truck.
Akinori makes a few starts here and there, and was really thought that was a beautiful truck too. Thought he had
a tight exit.
See, a situation again when you're going to do fuel only, you're on pit road so little time.
You know, and you really rely on your spotters and even your crew chief. Your crew chief needs to know who's around and who's where. There's nothing absolutely at all Corey Heim did wrong there. He went when he was told to go. And with the other truck coming in, you just got to have situational awareness, whether it's Colby Howard not turning in or the crew chief telling or spotter telling him what to do. But you can see this affected Stuart Friesen as well.
Very little damage, it looks like, on Friesen, but he gets blocked in.
Really good run for Chase Purdy. John Hunter Nemechek in the 17.
Look at the damage on Corey Heim. Corey Heim's damage is more than likely going to be terminal.
Bring it straight to the box. Bring it straight to the box. Let them clean the grill.
And remember, the reason he's back there is because of the contact on pit road. He would never been in that position.
When they wait, there's gaps in the back, and those guys get runs, and there's a sign of it. Except for the 2 didn't really go.
He didn't really go, and then the 11 was being pushed into the 2.
Yeah.
You can see all the damage, oil coming out of that truck as well.
You almost wonder if Nick Sanchez missed a gear. I thought maybe he was laying back, but it looked like he started to take off and then did it. See if something happens there. Yeah. And it just piles them up behind.
It's amazing that Nick Sanchez basically hardly has any damage to the back of that truck.
He went under him.
And Corey Heim's truck is destroyed.
I don't know that he's gonna. Yeah, you see him falling back there. He just missed a shift or something. Something broke on the truck. Just didn't go, and there was nothing Corey Heim could do.
And the spotters say they're all rolling, but it happened so fast, there's no way for the spotter to warn it.
Smoke looking.
He has one of the best in the series behind him at 38 of Zane.
Looks like a push out of line there.
Smoke, there's some damage right there.
That's Dean Thompson, the 5 truck, with some smoke from the right front, and he's into the outside wall.
Keep it up there. Keep it up there. Keep
cut
it up
down
there.
that right front tire.
Caution's out.
Yeah, you saw the debris going flying off Jack's truck. You see the 5 truck there in the middle of our screen. Oh, Lawless Allen squeezes him into the fence.
And that's going to cut a tire down.
That's such a shame.
Yeah, he gets into turn 3 and the tire's going to go down. Right front tire's going to go down.
I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. He just tried, you know, just close racing and gets cut off, and it put him in the wall.
There's a lot more take and a lot less give when we get inside of 40 laps to go here.
I'd be surprised if they.
Stuart Friesen has made a 3rd line down.
Oh,
trouble. Smoker, the 51 Jack Wood goes around. Grant Enfinger.
What in the world?
Was it a push gone bad or something?
17 gets behind you, spins you out.
Push gone wrong is what that is.
Got over on the left side of the bumper.
Oh.
Great job by Christian Eckes slipping by there. Just cat-like reflexes making those moves at 180 miles an hour.
Well done by Eckes and by Jack Wood.
Absolutely.
And John Hunter's excuse will be he's inexperienced. He didn't handle the push well. But sometimes the grisliest of veterans can't handle a push that comes off that left rear. The left rear is a very, very
sensitive area for a push.
Get a bird's eye view of it here.
Christian's going to have an eyeful right here. Jack just spins down in front of him.
Oh, wow. Squeezed up. 4 trucks there kind of glued together. Carson was running in 13th position, and it just went wrong back there. It looked like, you know, I said truck slipping around, sliding up. That looked like maybe what happened there. He got slid into.
That's the 45 of Lawless Allen.
Matt Crafton, did he avoid damage? It looks like he did.
$11 laps to go. It's go time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Daniel Dye, nice job getting out of the NASCAR overtime.
Oh, boy.
Carson Hocevar with no rear spoiler. Those are so difficult to drive when that happens.
I mean, hardly anybody can drive.
I don't know of anyone that could hang on to one of them like that.
There it is, to the top.
Ben Rhodes to the outside, making it 3 wide, coming out of turn 4. Trucks in the wall. Side by side, Nick Sanchez sideways. Christian Eckes wins the race, hangs on to it. See how it happened.
Oh, getting pushed was Ankrum from Chase Purdy, and that just sent them up the hill, and they all ran out of space.
Yeah, Zane in the 38, Friesen in the 52, all involved.
Matt Crafton doing a nice job down off the racetrack, slipping by. And look at that battle up front. There it went.
Matt DiBenedetto doing a nice job avoiding that by going by on the inside. That's probably going to result in a top 5 finish for Matt.
What about a top 10 for Timmy Hill, squeezing through? Bottom work so far, no luck.
Working lap number 16, and we got a truck around Keith McGee. Can he keep it down there?
I'm through there. All right, caution's out. Caution's out. Keep it rolling if you can.
Caution is out for the first time here.
That was looked like Kyle got loose coming off of turn 2 as well in that 7 truck.
You didn't want to see 3 wide, Phil. This is the first time we've seen it. What happened?
Yeah, they spin.
Too many trucks and too small of a space.
And
Great save.
Keith is driving his tail off right there, hanging onto that truck.
Did a great job. And a lot of teams told me they needed at least 1 caution flag. As we take another look from a different angle at Keith's spin, they needed this 1 caution to be able to make it to that lap 60 at the end of the 2nd stage.
Wonder if our buddy Daniel Dye started on the pole.
Surely not.
Surely he didn't get us a good view of this, did he, from on board? Let's see.
I think he's going to.
Here he is.
Oh.
Clear low only.
Thank you, Daniel.
Clear up.
Did you hear him just roll off the gas until he saw where Keith was going? That was a veteran move for that kid. Really nice job.
Is he getting some advice?
Here.
One of the guys that's taking that extreme high line. Is that Eckes? And he tries to squeeze in a hole that isn't there.
This wasn't there. That's Jake Garcia, the 13 truck.
I think that was Tom Majeski
right in front of him.
Yeah, and look how close this is. Couple of fast trucks. We talked about Garcia. We talked about Lane Riggs.
And look at Sanchez going by, the 2 truck on the very bottom of the apron of the racetrack.
That does a great job of not letting that truck weave back up in front of that traffic. Kept her low.
Looked like the 38, Elaine Riggs, has some damage from that contact. Here's another look.
Tries to squeeze in a hole that isn't there.
It might have been there for a split second, and that's the thing, that these holes close up so fast.
Ooh, there's the contact right there.
Because of the way these trucks with the big cabs, the way they close, their closing rate is so much faster than an Xfinity car or a Cup car.
So you see it there.
And up over now, he's got a little help. Matt Mills, teammate, coming up to help Bailey.
Oh, we got a truck going around. The 91 at Jack Wood, right in the infield grass, right in front of the start-finish line, and the yellow flag is out for the 4th time.
Look at the back of that truck. It looks like might have been a push gone bad or something.
A hole that's not there. He does. That's a shame.
Gets into the 32, I believe. Was that Brett Holmes?
And that's what we're seeing, you know, as the race goes on, trying to squeeze in. It's happened from the beginning, but trying to squeeze in holes that just aren't quite there. Sometimes if your spotter yells, clear up, you better make sure you're clear up.
It might have been that way for that instant, but the closing rate of these trucks closes out.
I'm going to go with you until I'm not going to go with you because I have more momentum than you. Yeah, Chase Purdy behind him. Ooh.
Oh, what a save.
By both of them.
Did you see all the trucks they passed, though?
Oh, yeah.
That's what's possible as this race winds down.
And our scoring monitor is showing that Colby Howard is in.
Which leads Ty Majeski, Corey Heim, Taylor Gray. Will Nick Sanchez and his group have anything for him? One last chance here.
Back up to him, Ty. Back up to that 11 truck. Not going to be able to do it, it doesn't look like. Can he dive to the bottom? There's a push.
What does Ty Majeski do? He's looking, he's sniffing. Corey Heim time is right there to the inside. Can he get to Kyle Busch? As Kyle Busch hangs on out of turn 4, checkered flag. Kyle Busch wins it for the 7th time at Atlanta.
Yeah. Woo-hoo. Let's go, boys. Come on.
Kyle pretty well. Oh, Matt
Crafton. You guys pointed out his issues early on, how loose he was.
Turn down, come on down. Blue right front, Josh, coming your way.
Here, see if we get a replay of this. You see 91 get loose. A lot of these guys are getting loose, Joey. They just pitted for 4 tires and fuel. Air pressures are low. Trucks are full of fuel. They have their hands full.
62 laps to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Kyle Busch just taught Connor Mozak a good lesson.
Rajah Caruth goes around at the front of the pack. Daniel Hemrick gets into him. Caution is out. There's William Sawalich goes sliding right into him. Right across the start-finish line.
As fast as Rajah spun out and switched directions, something happened.
Yeah, it looks like he got somebody on his outside.
Said he cut a tire.
That's what it looked like.
I think he cut a tire, too.
The tire is off of one of these trucks, but there's been so much contact here lately, we can't tell who. I'm going to get a replay here in a minute as you see all the carnage. You know, you just can't appreciate how intense this racing is, how fast it is until it goes wrong. Here you're going to see Connor Mozak on the outside of Rajah Caruth here. And the 71 is just going to come around.
Ooh. Dude, that happened really fast. You don't typically see a truck just snap that quickly. This is going to be all about the push down the back straightaway.
Bailey Curry to the bumper of Kyle Busch.
Oh, and no help for Stuart Friesen.
They are bunched up into turn 3.
Oh, I like Stewart's
I like his spot. Stewart's looking okay. He doesn't have a good push behind him, though. It's going to be about the side
draft. They're getting squirrely behind him. Side by side, checker flag in the air. Looks like Kyle Busch
pulls the perfect late side draft.
Adam Andretti making his debut in the Truck Series.
Oh, here you see him right there in the middle of the screen. We saw how loose he was lap 1. It usually doesn't get better, Ryan.
It usually doesn't, no. And he did a great job of not hitting anything, right? I mean, it's and we stayed green through all that. Guys behind him did a good job of seeing it.
Look how tight this is going to be. Just a little gap. Oh, that is tight.
It made a little contact there with the wall and that 34 truck.
I don't think Lane really, he might have let his guard down a little bit. Didn't see that one coming.
Trucks all around him. Yes, he is. Hang on to it. First time ever racing one of these trucks. You see Corey Heim. And around goes the 15, Tanner Gray.
No caution. Still
we'll
green.
Stay green. Thinks about going 3 wide. See what happened to Tanner Gray, the 15. Stuart Friesen in the 52.
Ooh. Tanner's just trying to get a side.
3, that's only on Fox. We got trucks around on the track, guys. The 26, hard into the wall, Dawson Sutton.
Gaggle of cars, right? Cole Butcher, top of 3. Oh, a little contact there. Looks like Dawson Sutton's going to be a bystander in this, maybe.
That was Chris Wright in that 81 he had contact with. There it is, right there in progress. Another look at it here.
Oh, you see Sutton there on the bottom. They were going low to avoid. He kind of clipped the apron. The car to his outside was really close to him, and it looked like it just kind of sucked him around and also got de-wedged on the apron, and then he couldn't control it. A big hit on the outside wall. Good to see him climb out of that thing.
It was. See how well and how is still in this thing. You could put a blanket over them.
And the bottom has suddenly got more trucks, right? I mean, it's all even right now.
The white flag will fall next time by. That will be the last lap.
Oh, Ben Rhodes
loose,
super loose. That's going to destroy the bottom lane. They're not going to get any help down the back. Kyle Busch is going to be clear coming to the white flag. The Hostfire going to try to back up. Not really backing up to the 17. Kyle's going to guard it.
Here comes Ben Rhodes. One last look at it. Gio Ruggiero behind the 77. Kyle Busch out of turn 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Kyle Busch wins it for the 9th time in the Truck Series at Echo Park Speedway.
Good job, guys.